Yo, what's up?
Jason at this desk out here with the camera that's right back there. Frame it up. Actually, Jack, here. It's push down. It'll show you talk. You have to unclick it to unlatch. Goes back to mute. All right. Thank you.
I would appreciate you more than you know.
Hey, Jack, do you hear me? Just stick your thumb in your, no, you don't have your headset on.
I think we should all do yoga.
Yeah,
Or like,
yoga.
yeah, I think it would really help
Jack,
our
do you
stress
hear me?
levels.
Switch
All
your
of
thumb
us.
in the air. I can see you. Great. You don't have to talk into it. It hangs on your belt. This boom is your microphone.
Meditation.
Just push the button to talk.
Some mindfulness practices.
It's a double click to latch and unlatch to talk to me, okay?
Deep
All right.
breath.
Thank you. And then if you can set up your framing, pan down a little bit, and then you're going to pan to the right just a hair.
Some meditation. It'd be
Yeah, that's
happier
better.
than
Thanks.
drinking and cussing.
It feels like that is more of a vent. I don't know if I could get over the whole not cursing and swearing.
I said drinking and cursing.
Cursing and swearing. You're right, that was the same. Cursing and swearing. Same thing.
My poor hair.
Jason Fool.
Is that how blonde my hair is, or is that the light? It's
Colin can't
a
make
little bit of both.
show tonight
It's a little
being
bit of both.
first
Your
class.
hair still looks
He
very
is
light, but
small.
it's not that white.
It's definitely your hair. Wait,
Let me
go
know when
ahead.
you're ready for Doug.
You have a secondary option. Approximately 30 minutes from now.
It says no link, and now we're receiving video 1080i 596285, and then it went back to no link.
Dan, we're ready whenever you are.
Yeah, it's at 1080i now.
I have a 30-second warning
Okay.
for this. I'd like to use it, but that means that somebody has to communicate with me and start talking.
Colin or no?
No, Colin, I sent you that text. Sorry.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Just minutes.
Is there audio?
Just minutes ago.
Oh.
No, yeah, microphone's right here.
Microphones, okay. I just
Yeah, good point.
kind of panicking a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
Check. Check.
Questioning your life decisions yet?
Yes.
Right there.
That stuff Rogo said is for you for Dan's monitor, I think.
We have a small heater shirts. Can be in the box. For Jack? Can we feed the Jumbotron? I think that's what he's doing. Okay.
He's trying to get camera 2 working.
Two in here. Hey, PK.
All right, sir.
Allie, ask Jack what size shirt he wears.
Probably like a small. Little dude.
I don't know how to mute them. I don't know how
Give him the smallest we have.
I got no.
I hurt my hand.
We got enough shit going on. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's 20 minutes. That gives you guys more time to get
Hey,
ready
Gary,
for
it's PK.
To let Dan know that maybe cut some of those free rolls.
Hey, Gary, it's PK.
Okay, so the Jack does no bother fucking with us. So no. Watch 3.
You know what I was noticing that
We're gonna do our pre-race show, which using our mics that'll probably go through the house and your house sound.
Okay, I'm gonna go put that off just to see.
I'll let it go.
Thank you, sir.
You want to cut to the free roll?
welcome to the Countdown to Pull Time show here. We're here in Hutchinson, Minnesota. Dan Mayer joined by Jason Schultz. And Jason, we've taken a walk around the pit area
It's awesome.
numerous times.
Yep.
And what a show we've got for you here tonight.
I think this is the most amount of pullers I've seen. I've been coming up this pull now for about 5 years, Dan, and this is the biggest numbers I've ever seen. We got people pitted out back over here. The main area is full. There's a line of fans that get in, Dan. 2025 Grand National NTPA season is here.
And it starts 7 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that if you're not here on the grounds,
Yep.
you join us on Full Pull Live, because we are going to bring you all the action.
Yep. And we're also live streaming from Ravenna, Nebraska tonight with the Outlaws. That starts at 7 as well. And with WTPA as well at 7 o'clock. And then tomorrow night we'll be back again. Ravenna, Ellsworth, Wisconsin. And then the Heartland division of the Outlaws is going as well. So it's going to be, we have 7 streams in 2 days. So
Yeah,
that's
how
good
awesome
stuff.
is that? Bringing you all that action.
Yep.
And, you know, you can pretty much, watch tonight's action, tomorrow's action, and then watch other things, as
Yeah.
well going.
It's going to be fun. Huge class of mini rods tonight. 25 mini rods is what I saw on the list. We have double digits in super stock diesel tractors. We've heard anywhere. I haven't looked at the lineups yet, but I've heard anywhere from 12 to 14. Big pro stock numbers. We got our defending Grand National champion here, Injected Funds. A lot of Farley chatter.
Yes.
I want to get a couple A to B passes, so I'm ready for Farley. Adam Kester said that right from his mouth. So-
Yes, everybody wants to get that final hook there before the big 50,000 to win. And as you can see behind us, some of the big modifieds warming up back there.
Is that
getting
Matt
ready
Johnson?
to go. What an awesome field of modifieds we got here tonight as well.
Oh, yeah. Huge numbers. Steve Bunich is here. First time ever. But takes a licking. Just going to be a lot of fun. That's Matt Johnson, I believe, warming up right back there. 1X. Brand new tractor last year for them out of the Leichner camp. They've been working on it. It's a who's who of heavy hitters of names in the sport of truck and tractor pulling, Dan. So
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked also about the super stock truck class.
Yes.
The highest number that they've ever had here
Yes.
in Hutchinson, Minnesota. So that is really, really good to see.
Yep, and Ricky and Julie have been promoting a great event. And I know this is your first time. The fans they're full and they're electric. They're excited to be here. They're pulling fans. It feels like it's got that Bowling Green buzz. That Friday night at Toma, the lights are out and there's just a lot of people here, Dan. I get goosebumps just talking about it. So
And if we could turn on the smell cam right now, it's got the alcohol coming over the top.
Yeah, you can
and
feel
you
it.
don't get that, all winter long, except, at the farm show. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's great to be back, Grand National pulling here. And I just can't wait to bring all the action.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one.
I'm excited to hear you announce with Phil McIntyre tonight. You guys will be up in the tower. I'm going to be down doing some trackside interviews and winter interviews. Hopefully no bad wild rides, but it is pulling. A lot of these guys and gals, this is number 1. First hook of the year. And we're going to see some demons, I bet, come out. We usually do here in Hutchinson.
Well, right over my shoulder here, we got Bill Leichner
Yep.
getting ready to go. And earlier this afternoon, we had a little conversation
Nice.
with Bill. And let's roll that.
Perfect.
And just, if you're later in the class and you can see how it's piling up, or they're putting a bunch in front of the buckboard, there's just a lot of things to watch during the pull, and that's where I've been blessed, because I got enough people to get it ready, start it, warm it up. I mean, I can just literally watch the track and try to figure out what to do.
So now going into this season, defending champion, everything was going good there. End of the year, do you change a lot over the off season, or just to kind of keep up, or do you just kind of general maintenance, or how does that work as far?
It's pretty much general maintenance. We went to the farm show and didn't do very good, but we had shorter tires on. We changed the gear thinking it was going to be good there, and it seemed like the last half of the class didn't go as far, so we just got our butts stomped, and so it didn't make the top 6. It's pretty disappointing, but I don't think there's anything we really did wrong, because if you look at everybody after us, they were behind us. So just one of those strange things. You can't always do, be the best, but we want to be in the top and at least be in the way.
Yeah, for sure. And well, we'll see how it goes here tonight here in Hutchinson, Minnesota, a track that Bill's never pulled on.
All right, so Bill Leichner, one of the top competitors here, and we talked about
Defending Grand National champ.
and never running before here in
Right.
Hutchinson, Minnesota. So that's kind of neat how he kind of went through how you challenge a track that you've never been to before. But Bill's done this a time or two, so
I think he'll go out and touch it and just put the magic Leichner finger on it. This track is different. Adam Kester said, it takes horsepower, but it piles up the dirt. I know 2 or 3 years ago they brought in a bunch of clay. This is a fairgrounds, and they used to have motocross here, and they bring in all the motocross dirt and get on top, and it got kind of mixed up and got a little mealy on it. But it's just been getting better and better every year. So.
You know, and earlier we talked about the Superstock diesel truck class, and earlier this afternoon I had a conversation with Jeremy Yeager.
Hey, I know that guy.
Truck, and it's a beauty.
Trencher.
Where's Marshall? Tell us how old you are.
I just turned 17.
So you are a senior in high school?
Yep, this year I'll be a senior.
So now, last year we saw the debut of the truck, Bowling Green, Ohio. Biggest pull in the world, and debuted this truck. And 2 weeks ago, only the sixth time you drove this truck, and you're in the winner's circle at the Pullers Championship. Tell us about that weekend.
Yeah. We did a little bit different from everybody else, and with our setup, and just kind of took a shot in the dark, and I don't know, kind of did what I normally do, and it ended up working. Now we're kind of figuring out the truck a little bit more how it hooks. You know, it's just a little bit different from everyone else.
Hey, whatever works, right? But now the thing is, before you sat behind the wheel of this truck, what did you pull previous to this?
Nothing.
So no experience, no garden tractors, no nothing. Just jumped right into a super stock truck.
Mm-hmm. That's how it went.
Well, very impressive. And what's the plan for this season? Run the Grand National Circuit?
Yep. We're gonna run NTPA and Lucas Oil.
All right. Well, good luck to you, and we'll see how things go here tonight in Hutchinson, Minnesota.
Back to you guys. Take it, Dan. Take it, Dan. Pick it up, Dan.
Go ahead. We're back.
All right, well, as you saw...
So it was Marshall.
That was Marshall DeBrew there. But
still a good video. Yeah, great interview, Dan.
One of our young guns out there on the circuit. And good to see, Marshall. This will be his first full season of Grand National competition. And in this pack of wolves, it's going to be really interesting.
To see how well he did at the Pullers Championship, Dan, was amazing. Because they say, there are certain classes that are driver's class. The super stock diesel truck class, 7,800 pounds. 4,000 or 5,000 horsepower. I've heard all kinds of crazy numbers. We're not, and you've seen it. You don't see them open it up until 150, 200 feet sometimes until they feel that truck hooked to the track. And for somebody to jump in a truck at that age and drive it like that, he's special.
And that particular track, Nashville, Illinois, was a driver's track that night.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to drive that track. It wasn't, apply that horsepower and go.
Friday night the track was hard, and it wasn't taking the horsepower, and you had to get them rolled out. And then Saturday night was the tale of two tracks, I like to say. So.
Yep. Now let's talk a little bit about pro stocks here tonight. The big pros are here tonight.
Womp, womp, womp.
And what a field. Once again, we've talked about it. The list come out earlier this week.
Yep.
And a lot of times, you see names on the list and, okay, so-and-so's not going to make it, But we have got an absolutely awesome lineup of pro stocks.
Yeah, we do.
Us going here tonight. And, to start off the Grand National. Yeah, let's talk about full pull picks here.
We'll just talk about that'll kind of do it. We'll talk about lineups at the same time. Green with Envy, Denny Brown. Loud and Heavy X, Brandon Simon. Injected Funds, back-to-back point champion. He's a favorite right now. In the pro stock full pull pick, you're going to pick two tractors to finish in the top three. All of our games tonight are picked two to finish in the top three, except for the semis. We have head-to-head matchups up there, and we'll talk about that in a second. Red Gambler Tim Kane got the big win last year in Benson, remember, on Saturday night. Workhorse Rob Russell, 15-1. Rhett Perry, El Nino's 1-1, pretty much even money. Avery Newman and Little Rascals, 38-1. Braden Schrammick, Youngblood.
There's a good one.
I know.
Yeah, that's a good
Mac
one.
Daddy, Julia Ray. Last Chance 2, Chance McGrath, that brand new Chaos tractor that they debuted at the farm show. Loud and Heavy, Brent Meyer. New Generation Plus, Robbie Lemke. And Cruisin' Mule, too, is back
Yes, it's back.
And we saw it at the farm show.
I saw Bill earlier.
Yep.
Had his Miller Logging sweatshirt on. Yep. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
And that is so cool to see.
His son Jason's doing the wheeling.
Absolutely.
I had to walk up and introduce. I begged him to come to Richland Center, Dan, like 15 years ago to one of my Badger State pulls. And they're like, oh, yeah, I remember that now. You just called every day. I'm like, you're Bill Miller. It's
Yeah,
kind of a big deal. So.
Former Grand National champion, here tonight. And
So it still looks like the Cruising Mule. It's been a lot of new stuff under the hood.
Absolutely.
But it's still got that good look, the 14. So, yeah, so what a class of pro stocks. Again, pick two. Just spitballing it, Dan. Who do you like? Give me two. Who do you think out of that bunch? Do you have any two that jumping out at you?
I am going to go.
I know I said I wasn't going to do this to you tonight, but pro stocks, we like to make some picks.
You know what, though? I'm going to go with Braden Schromick.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Brandon Simon.
Got it. I like it. So, Dan, those would be his two to finish in the top three. They can go 2 and 3. They can go 1 and 3. They can go 3 and 1. It doesn't matter. As long as your two picks end up in that top three, you win.
Absolutely.
You win real money. So it's good stuff. Good stuff. Well, let's go. We'll start at the top here. Diesel Super Stocks, first class tonight. Big class of Diesel Supers. The Long Haul Harvester. Chris Rackner's 38-1. Redline Fever, Esden Lane 5-1. Makes sense. My dad on the Remedy, he's a long shot. That makes sense.
Yep. There you go. And you said early hook tonight.
Early hook tonight. Yep. He's 38-1 right now. Living a Dream, Brandon Hunt's 5-1. Just another one, Roger Peterson's 15-1. Super Rooster Kent Payne, the Rooster. We saw him at the Fuller's Championship,
Yes.
and he's running. He's
well,
running.
I'll tell you what, this Black Tornado revived. We
Yep.
saw that at the Fuller's
Wow,
Championship.
made a good pass.
Kent Payne, horsepower underneath the hood of that tractor.
Looked
and
very similar. Looked just like the Rooster under the hood with the turbo setups and everything like that. So,
yeah, that's going to be, the Holland tractor is going to be one to watch this summer as well. We got the Just One More.
Bruce
I don't
Barknick,
know if Bruce is here
38-1.
at all.
Okay.
But the Scrappy.
Doug hasn't been out in a couple years.
Yes.
Dominated the Outlaws for a couple years.
Yes.
He works on my tractor. We're trailer mates, so I'm excited to see him get that out. New 4-charger setup for him. Adam Bauer, we posted that video earlier on the Facebook channels. That tractor's going to win the internet. To see Adam Bauer on a John Deere Diesel Superstock. Degenhardt, Joe Degenhardt, they got the 54. Last year they had the 88 sheet metal on it.
Yep.
Wasn't painted up. Now it's perfect.
Oh,
beautiful.
Gotta love the 88 sheet metal.
Triple bypass. Colin Ross, the most dominant tractor last year in all the classes.
10 wins last year.
Yeah. Did anybody else? Did Joe Ader have 10 wins?
Oh, yeah. A bunch of, it's an elite list
Okay.
of competitors that, since the Grand National Circuit started in 77, it's an elite list of competitors in these classes that have won 10 or more events.
Yep.
And that just, adds Colin to it. So this is going to be the, continue the terror tour, I think, for Colin Ross.
There's no reason he's going to let out of it. So
Yep, absolutely.
Who do we got sneaking behind? Well, there he is.
The Bone
There's
Twin.
Alex.
Yes.
Travis. He's live.
He's
the
live.
Bone Twister.
Don't get any more live than that.
It does not get any more live than that. Mini rod picks. We got Footloose, Adam Kester, Little Bear, Jeff Hurt, Iron Toy, Little Wicked, Aftermath. Theobalds have all three here. Did you see all three of them out?
Yes.
Okay.
And the new one's painted and ready to go. Okay. All graphicked up and
Julie
we're ready to go.
Is more important than me.
Yes.
We're gonna get out here. We're gonna get this started. Julie Rose, the promoter.
Hey. All right, I'm down. I'm down. For the count.
Okay, so we've got Julie, the promoter, in here. Julie Rose.
I'll start drooling.
Well, Julie, thanks for joining us here tonight.
Thank you.
And we know you're busy. I mean, we can see everything that's going on here, and
Yes.
thanks for taking a couple minutes to spend a little bit of time with us. And let's talk about the Power Pull Nationals. How did you guys get this deal going?
Wow, that makes me feel old.
Well, we're all getting there.
We were all young then. So we started back in '93 at Arlington, Minnesota, at a little county fair. And then in '95, we came up here. So this year is our 30th in Hutchinson. So we're thrilled about it. In around, I think it was 2011 or 2010, the guys know.
I want to say
went to Grand National.
2011. Yep. You guys went to Grand National, and this is the 13th year running Grand National. So before that, it was regional, though, correct?
Yes,
so
yes,
regionals,
it was.
Okay.
Yep. So we got a lot of training on that level, and the training doesn't stop. It keeps on going.
Well, it's my first time here, and I am very impressed with your facility.
Thank you.
It is top notch, and I couldn't believe how close to civilization is
Yes,
right out the
in
gate
town.
here. Yes, so
Yes.
yeah, right in the heart of town here, and I'm excited. I mean, the crowd, they're coming in, they're filing in here.
Yeah.
What a turnout of vehicles we got here this
And
weekend.
it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. The pullers have come a long ways.
Yes.
We have a lot of support, and our sponsors help us put that on. And if we didn't have our sponsors our family, our friends, everybody that puts in their blood and sweat into this event.
Who are a
when
couple
happen.
of those big sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yep, of course, Case IH, Arnold's here in Minnesota. They have many stores. We also have Pioneer Seeds, which is a big sponsor. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I should have brought my. I gotta bring my poster.
We just touched a couple of your big ones,
I have
right?
brain fog because it's just I'm going on overdrive.
I could believe it. A lot of
I
people
need some
working
ether.
around here. Yes,
Please give me ether.
Yep. and Ricky out working on the track
Yes.
and trying to pull his tractor and all that going on. So yeah, it's done a great job here with Mother Nature giving us a little here and there, but I think we'll be good to go.
We are good to go. Friday night's always a big night, and I'm really hopeful that tomorrow night will be the same, because this is the biggest and best show in Minnesota, and we work really hard to make it that. And, you can hear it behind us.
Yes.
Everybody's excited.
And everybody thanks you for your hard work,
Thank
because
you.
this event, we know how many people it takes to get an event like this going.
Yes.
And you guys, tireless efforts to get everything in here, and hopefully everything goes well for you. The equipment's here. The crowd looks like they're coming in.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a great
rock.
weekend. Yes, we are. We're ready to go.
We are ready.
Well,
Thank
Julie,
you.
we know you got to get back to work here, but we thank you
Yes,
for
thank
coming
you.
out here with us and spending a couple minutes. Once again, Julie Rose, the promoter
you.
here of the Power Pull Nationals here in Hutchinson, Minnesota.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I can eat my cowtail now.
Yes, you can eat your cowtail. There you go. She didn't even have a chance to eat it. So we'll bring in Josh here from Hot Shot Secrets.
you.
And Julie, once again, thanks for joining us here.
It's great.
And we know you're getting tired and back to work, right?
Yeah. We'll worry about it next week.
That's right. You got all winter to sleep, right? What's that? All right, so we're going to bring in Matt here from Hot Shot Secrets. And Matt, it's been a little bit, but good to see you back here.
Yeah, it's great to be back on the NTPA circuit for this 2025 season. Excited to see all the new competitors out here this year. Got a few more on board with Hot Shots sponsored drivers, so excited to see how they do on the track now.
First time here at Hutch. I know you've been here in the past, correct?
Yeah, I've been here personally in the past, but first time for Hot Shot Secret to come out here to enjoy this wonderful weather we're having and see this great crowd we're going to see.
Now, Hot Shot's involvement with the NTPA here for 2025, tell us about it.
Yeah, so we're one of the major circuit sponsors. This will be our 5th year with them. And we're also doing the Hot Shot Secret Challenge, so about 6 or 7 locations, every class, different location. We pay out another $30,000 at the end of the year. Actually, Bowling Green, Ohio will be the crowning of those Hot Shot Secret Challenge winners.
And those are the big checks we see at Bowling Green every year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what do we got? We got some new products out here, or some of the favorite products out here?
Yeah, so we got last couple weeks have been very busy. Came out with our everyday diesel treatment in a brand new bottle. So now it fills up the two-door capless system, and it's also refillable. We've been having lots of requests for that. So now we finally listened to everybody and brought that out. And then 2 weeks ago, we brought out fully formulated diesel fuel for our competitors on the pulling track. It's started out with a really good base diesel fuel, add a lot of diversity to it, over 100 cetane in there, and it's very competitive on the market and very price affordable. So we hoping to give our competitors a little edge on the track tonight and get some diesel fuel down the road.
Well, we'll see if any of those Hot Shot Secrets there will help some of the competitors here tonight. Now, what do we got over at the booth over there? We got a big setup over there.
Yep. Every event we do, we give away a free 4-ounce sample of everyday diesel treatment, and all of our products are 30% off. So come on by the booth, stock up on all your favorite Hot Shot Secret products, and you'll be set to go.
All right. Now, Matt, what other events are we going to see you out this summer?
Yeah, for NTPA, we're going to Toma, Wisconsin, Rockwell, Iowa, Chapel Hill, Tennessee, Bowling Green, Ohio, the Enderley Pull-Off, Canton, Ohio, and maybe 1 or 2 more, but I forget right now.
Okay, so we'll be hitting all the Super National pulls, and then most of the Grand Nationals you'll see you at. So
yep, most of the Grand
Well,
National.
we've seen you around, out and about over the years, Matt, and good to see you here with Hot Shot Secrets and all the great things they got going here for 2025. And thanks for being on board here with the NTPA.
No problem. Thank you, Dan. And if you're in the stands tonight, look out for the Frisbee coming at you.
They're going to be flying. All
Yep.
right. All right. So once again, Hot Shot Secrets, great sponsor here for the NTPA. Is well, that will take care of our countdown to pull time show here tonight. As we will sign off things, and we will get ready to go here for tonight's program. Once again, make sure you head on over to Full Pull Picks and get your picks in before the show starts tonight. And if you cannot be with us here at the McLeod County Fairgrounds, make sure you do tune in to Full Pull Live and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, do so, because you are not going to want to miss this action here this weekend. And we'll see you back at 7 o'clock. We get things rolling. Actually, it's going to be a little bit before that, about 1:45 or so, as we've got opening ceremonies getting underway. So be back here right around 6:45 or so, and with the opening ceremonies for tonight's action here, session number 1.